Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you doing today? So I don't think I've done a reading for you before. So I'd like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. Try to describe the picture the best I can. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what he's talking about. This is not exact science. Oops, sorry. Let me turn my ring off. It's not exact science. We communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit.
Mama's calling back.
My mama's calling.
For no real reason.
Sorry about that. My mama's 92 and she calls. I need to answer because, she could need some help. Anyway, I think I was just stretching outside the box. We communicate the best way we can. It's not always perfect. They won't give me all the details. Details are none of my business. They should give me just enough. He should give me just enough. So you understand what he's referring to. Anyway, so we're going to talk to Gary. Why is he singing La Cucaracha and he's got castanets? I had to think, no, not castanets. That's the things between your fingers. Yep. The round thing that you shake. Damn it. What the hell's it called? He's got one of those. Oh, never mind. I don't think the word's going to come to me. Anyway, I'm not sure why he's referring to this. And it's not for me to know. It's just for me to tell you what he's doing and saying. And he's kind of dancing, shaking it. So maybe he liked that kind of music. Maybe you have one of these, if you know what it is. Oh, good Lord. Hang on. I had to ask Alexa. It's a maraca. Good grief, Rhonda. Anyway, if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind. So either you have one, he had one, he liked to play with one, you're going to hear that noise. So if you don't have a maraca, which most people don't, get on YouTube and see what it sounds like. You will hear that noise. And and you could be, oh good grief, we're being silly today. You can be outside, you can be in your car, you can be in a store, you can be walking through the store and you can see one, you can see a picture of one, you can see somebody in a movie shaking one, you can see it on Facebook. It doesn't matter where you see it or hear it, know that that's a sign from him. He's still dancing and singing like Cucaracha. Now he turned around, he's wiggling his butt. He's wiggling his butt. He's in a good mood. I love you, baby girl. Things are just fine for me. And he's not saying things are just fine for me. He's saying things are just fine for me. Everything's wonderful. He's worried about you. And not worried like there's going to be a warning or something. He's worried about you. Something you're thinking of, or some kind of thoughts that you're having, or some kind of self-doubt that you're having. Something that you're obsessively thinking. And he says overthinking. You can read that card if you want to. That was what I pulled from my group this morning. Something, he says you need this card. Surrender obsessive thinking. So there's something, but it's not happy thoughts. It's more like sad thoughts, more like heavy thoughts, more like I'm not good enough thoughts. It's just a heavier energy. And he'd like to help you get out of that. Now he's singing the song Call on Me. Let me get the song. They like to talk to me through music. All right, the actual song that he's singing is Lean on Me by Bill Withers. I don't know if that's the original artist. Took ALEXA a minute to pick it out. He's saying Call on Me, but he's singing Lean on Me. So go Google that song, get the words to it, YouTube it, whatever. You can call on him. He will help you. You can lean on him. He will help you more than you know. I always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe for help with financial things, because he didn't understand how it worked here. He never got the hang of it. But you can call on your dad. You can lean on him if it's something you think he would have been good at. And he said he had the same kind of thoughts when he was here, kind of a little bit heavier, or maybe not real clear. He says not real clear. He understands how that is. Call on him. Sit on the couch when you're not doing anything, when it's quiet, and just ask him to help you. You have to ask. They cannot override your free will choice. And then you have to allow for whatever shows up. And it probably won't, not that it never does, probably won't show up right that instant, but it will. Maybe the next day, maybe the next week or something, or maybe an hour from then. Something that you'll know was sent by him to let you know that he's going to help you, or that he is helping you, or something that will help you that he's guiding you to. So do it in a way that you would have done it if he was here, something that he would have helped you with. And I hope that makes sense, because he's being very strong about it. He says you're not sure which way to go from here, that you're kind of like your energy is scattered, like I'm not sure where I need to go, what I need to do next, what my next step forward is. He says just sit down and ask. And it's really that simple. Now, I have no clue what you look like. He's talking about your hair. Something about your hair. Is your hair long enough to be pulled up, but it's falling down here? Like longer? I don't know what he's showing me. Like I can see your ear. I'm not sure where we're getting at with this. It's his show. It's his ball game. He can do whatever he wants within reason. You're going to feel him. He's messing with the back of your hair. So you should feel that. If a fly lands on my spiky shit, I feel it. So it could be that slight. It could be warm. It could be tingling. It could be feel like a bug crawling across your head. It just, everybody receives the energy different. So I never know how somebody else is going to feel it. You're not going to feel it like I feel it. But he's kind of messing with the back of your hair, whatever's back there. Is there a ponytail? Anytime you think you get a sign from him, like the maracas or your hair or whatever, see, that's something easy for them to do. Make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Give him permission if you want that. It's up to you. I feel like he's talking about a male that is around you. I don't know how closely around you. He's not saying, at least not yet, that maybe isn't the best for your energy. We're going to say it nicely. It maybe weighs you down or makes you feel heavier. And it's like he's standing between you two. Like Gary's standing between you two. Like trying to help you not soak in any negative energy from anybody. So I don't know who this male is. I don't know if it's somebody you work with. I don't know if it's somebody that, that you have a relationship with. He's not saying, but Gary's standing between you, trying to block off some negative energy that could be coming your way. And this is not a warning. This is not something bad's going to happen. This is somebody's going to do something bad to you. It's not anything like that. This is just basically energy and thoughts, he says. Energy and thoughts. He says, open up the curtains, turn all the lights on in a room, crank up some happy music, dance like nobody's watching. He's saying dance naked. It's not that he wants to see you naked. He's not being creepy. Like being totally free and uplifting. He said he started to say music's good for the soul, and then he said money's good for the soul. What's the dancing got to do with money? Dancing's free. So I don't know. I'm not sure why he said money instead. Hippity hop. You listen to hip hop music? He's not talking about the Easter Bunny. He's just kind of jumping all around, hippity hopping. Speaking of bunnies, he's just kind of hopping all over with the reading. I'll let him do whatever he thinks he needs to. He knows best. You need to take extra special care of Grandma. Extra special care of Grandma. And I always say grandma type energy because the little lady next door can feel more like your grandmother than your blood grandmother clear across the country who you talk to once a year at Christmas or something. So it's that grandmother feeling. It's not always blood. You need to take special care of her. She needs you. He's not saying which grandma this is. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. You need to follow the directions. 1, 2, 3. You need to quit skipping directions. You need to go follow the directions as they come. But yeah, I don't know which directions. Being a little vague there. Stop trying to skip steps. Follow it in the order it needs to be followed. He's showing me your path, and it's taken a lot of windy curves. Your life path. Mine, you gotta see mine. Mine goes whoop out like this and whoop out like this, and then we get back on path, and then we whoop out again. I call it the scenic route. But every time you take a scenic route, you learn some lessons. You learn something about life. You learn something that your soul needs, that your spirit needs. So they're not always bad things. Happier days are coming. I'll promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you. I don't know if I already said that, so talk to him. He's saying, I'm always by your side, baby girl, and he's showing an image of you when you were little. I can't tell, little, pretty small. And you have a grass skirt on like a hula skirt, and you're dancing around inside the house with your hula skirt on. So this is a memory. I think he's trying to validate that it's him. So maybe if I always ask them, don't go back so far that they can't remember it. So if you don't remember doing it, maybe there's a picture of you in a hula skirt somewhere. I'm always by your side. Probably not 24/7, but he's always around. All you have to do is call him. You're beautiful inside and out, and you need to believe that yourself. You don't need somebody else to believe it. You need to believe it. Don't try to convince somebody else. You need to believe it. It doesn't matter what they think. You're beautiful inside and out. There's nobody perfect in this world. I want you to remember that. And with that, he's going to leave. He's walking away, and there's a dog beside him. It's kind of a medium-sized, short hair, white with like brown spots on it. I can only see kind of the back end of the dog, so I can't describe it very well. Could be like a pit bull type dog, but I can't see the face because they're walking away. So anyway, a short-haired, white with brown on it. So this is somebody's fur baby. Maybe he had a dog like that. Maybe you did. Somebody needs to know that this fur baby is okay. And right now this dog is with him. And with that, he's gone. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.